Sky Squad, we are back in the building and we got to talk some news. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye. Listen, if you haven't joined the channel, what are you waiting for? You can join via membership or you can simply subscribe and get all great content over here. And you can also send me a text message to that number that's right there on the screen and I will add you to my lineup to get messages every time a new video drops. With that out of the way, let's get into the news. Now, first things first. It seems as though, according to Radar Online, that Wendy Williams is being welcomed over to The View, okay? Now, a source is telling Radar Online that the buzz within ABC is that Wendy could well be joining The View, okay? But let's talk about how. The source says that there is an offer for her to appear on the show whenever she wants. The open invitation has made it very clear that when Wendy wants to give her first TV interview since losing her own show, that there will always be a seat at the table for her. Now, just to give you guys a disclaimer here, they also state that this does not mean that she is slated to become a permanent host. The source says producers know how much people want to hear from Wendy. Now, this is a separate source, okay? And pretty much, I mean, they say what makes the View opportunity so interesting is that this interview could open up the door to her joining the show on a recurring basis. They say it would be a chemistry test for Wendy with Whoopi and the ladies. It would not be the first time the View has snapped up a new co-host who had previously had her own show. When Rosie O'Donnell joined, their numbers went through the roof. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about this. I am, of course, down for seeing Wendy Williams, sitting at the table at The View, maybe as a regular guest, host or something like that. But I think Wendy really needs her own show. And I just think that it would be more of a return to that daily grind of having a live show to do, regardless of whether or not she has a bunch of co-hosts around her or not. And quite frankly, the topics that The View talks about and the topics that Wendy Williams excels at, to me, are just not aligned. And I just would prefer Wendy to stay on target with hot topics in the sense of talking about entertainment news, because to me, that's where she shines. With The View, you're going to get hot topics mixed with a lot of political discussion. And I just don't know that that's the right avenue for Wendy on a full-time basis. Maybe to pop back up every now and again. I mean, I would much prefer to see someone like, Ebony K. Williams join The View, because I just think that would be something that would be a more suitable choice for somebody to join full-time. But I do understand that they also need someone on the conservative end, from what I was hearing, that they wanted another conservative host, something similar to a Meghan McCain, but not Meghan McCain, because obviously that didn't work. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. Do you want to see an interview with Wendy on The View, or would you like to see her as a recurring guest on The View? Now, with that out of the way, we got to do some talking about love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, now you guys know that the new season starts tonight. I'm super excited. It's season 4, and we have our first episode description, courtesy over at our booze page, Love and Marriage Huntsville on Instagram. Also, shout out to our boo from Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you are following this particular page on Instagram, she has done interviews with Tiffany and Lewis, I believe with Destiny. I think there's even going to be an interview with, I think, Carlos King tonight at 7:30 p.m. on IG Live. So you guys can catch those interviews. I think they still reside on the page over there. But right now, I want to talk to you guys about the episode description and some clips that OWN has released. So tonight's episode is called Marsaau Messy, and basically the episode description reads, Kimmy confronts the cheating rumors, Melody confides in Kimmy about the issues with Destiny and LATISHA, the Scotts gather for a family dinner to discuss Marsaau's actions, and Martell explores unexpected business ventures. So I want to talk to you guys real quick about this area where it says the Scotts gather around for a family dinner to discuss Marsaau's actions. So in order to do that, I want to pull up a clip from on Keep It Real. Now, on Keep It Real is the space where you guys can actually find all of their unscripted content, clips from their unscripted content, and so forth. So, this is something that you got to check out. Now, what makes this clip so interesting is that you have Marsaau and LATISHA recapping what has gone on in the past on the boys' trip and how Marsaau is trying to explain basically to LATISHA that, you know, Maurice really was there in that moment. And so then you see LATISHA bring up the fact that Martell's mistress also claimed to have been there and have seen Marsaau and Maurice with some other women, allegedly. Now, again, of course, you know, we got to put up the sign, throw it up. Okay. But anyway, back to what I was saying. And so Marsaau is basically telling her to shut it down. And he says something interesting. He's like, "You're gonna regret you're gonna regret this later." I'm paraphrasing, okay? "You're gonna remind me later that I told you to shut these conversations down because you're playing into what I guess she wants or whatever like that." But I think, to be very honest with you, and LATISHA's like, "Well, there's no proof of any of these shenanigans that are alleged that you have been up to on this trip." And while that could be, I think that that's true, I also don't think that it's beyond the realm of reason that that she, as the wife, would question her husband about whatever went down in the Atlanta, because clearly it was enough to make Maurice want to say that he was not even there when Marsaau is claiming something different. So to me, if I'm LATISHA, I'm definitely going to be asking the questions or whatever like that, because I think it's only natural. And it just felt like, he Marsaau just is being Marsaau and is just wanting to shut things down. But to be honest with you, I put all of the onus of this situation on Marsaau, because had he never posted that picture in the first place, there would be nothing to talk about. There would be nothing for LATISHA to question. So it's Marsaau's own fault that this whole situation is actually exploding right now. Had he never posted that photo, nobody would have thought anything about this situation at all. Chime down what you guys think about this, and if you agree with what I'm saying, let me know. I hadn't initially even planned on talking about this, but I was like, ooh, I had that clip pulled up because I had seen it someplace else online. But anyway, tonight's episode is going to be a doozy, so I suggest you guys all tune in. Now, another thing that I feel like you guys need to be tuned into, okay? And I'm going to do a full review on this coming soon, so be on the lookout. But baby, if you are not watching this show on Netflix, okay, you are missing the heck out, okay? It just came out yesterday. And if you want to know who these people are, they are from Young, Famous, and African, a new Netflix reality TV series. And baby, let me tell you, the setting is in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, this cast right here, all I'm going to tell you is, because I've only seen the first, I think, 4 episodes, but all I could tell y'all is, y'all know I be going off on this channel about the missing element of opulence, over the top, fashions, lifestyle, all of that. Well, Netflix, I felt like, heard my cries and they answered the call, okay? Because this show is going to give you all of that. Honestly, after watching this show, I felt like, you know what? I've been living basic. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start showing up on camera in leather gloves and my and some shades, and I'm gonna start doing it up with the fashions and stuff as soon as I find myself a stylist or something. Because as you listen, these people are dressing the part. Let me tell you something. And you know what's so interesting is when I went down the rabbit hole, baby, I went down the rabbit hole on this cast because I was like, I need to know who these people are. Some of these people have millions, okay, of followers on the social media. I'm talking the millions, okay? I'm not talking thousands. I'm talking millions. I'm talking money. I'm talking these are actresses, actors. These are people who are doing the doggone thing, rappers and singers and business boss people. I mean, it is legit. You know how sometimes you be watching a reality TV show and you be like, nah, I know they ain't doing all that. I know that production paid for that apartment. But baby, let me tell you something. When you watch this series, you are getting the opulence and the black excellence that we so richly and so rightly deserve to be watching on our television screens. And there's a moment in episode 1 where I think her name is Kanye. She's kind of like the and let me show you right here. She's the one on the left on the screen close to where I am. Listen, she's kind of like the narrator of the show. She is like the I don't want to call her the queen bee because some people might consider Zari the queen bee. But then you got Annie whose story is deep, okay? But anyway, you got love triangles going on. You got, I mean, it's everything. But this woman over here, Kanye, is basically kind of narrating this whole, thing. She kind of reminds me, if you saw Bling Empire, she's kind of like the Christine Chu character. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of making things happen. You know what I mean? And it's just the over the top excessiveness for me. It's the everything for me. And what I was saying was she makes a speech in the beginning of the first episode, and some people may find it a little bit excessive or gratuitous. But what I felt in my spirit was when she made this speech, she had to let the world know that what you see sometimes of Africa is not all that there is to Africa, because there's a whole lot more, and there is money in Africa. Africa has its own resources, baby. Africa don't need the world for other things. The world needs Africa, okay? Let me let y'all know that right now. That's a bold statement, and I know I just made it, but I don't care because it's the truth. And when she says it, baby, she says, we have the money. We have it. We have all of this. I was like, yes, mama, speak it. Speak on it. Let these people know what's going on in Africa. Let these people know that there is money there. And then let us come there and invest our money there. Okay. I'm just telling y'all, I have got to, I could not let the day go by without ranting and raving about this show, baby. And then just coming back from South Africa a couple of months ago, I'm fired up over this, and I'm already ready for season 2, and I ain't even finished season 1. But best believe when I finish season 1, we're going to talk about it, okay? But I had to give y'all that little preview right now so you can go on ahead and start watching it. Go on ahead and click on that Netflix today, okay? Right quick, run, don't walk. Click on the Netflix. You ain't got Netflix, get somebody else's, okay? I don't care what you got to do, but you better watch this show, all right? Now, that's it for this video. I'll catch y'all on the next one.